Hello everyone, today in this video I am going to deal with the 8th chapter of Beehive of class 9th. The title of the chapter is Reach for the Top Part 1 Santosh Yadav. This chapter Reach for the Top is divided into two parts, part 1 and part 2. In this video I am going to deal with first part, which is about Santosh Yadav. Now before I move to the text, let me introduce you to Santosh Yadav. Santosh Yadav is an Indian mountaineer. She is the first woman in the world to climb Mount Everest twice and the first woman to successfully climb Mount Everest from Kangsung face. She climbed the peak first in May 1992 and then again in May 1993. During her Everest mission of 1992, she saved the life of another climber, Mohan Singh, by sharing oxygen with him. So this is a brief introduction about Santosh Yadav. Now let's move to the text. The only woman in the world who has scaled Mount Everest twice was born in a society where the birth of son was regarded as a blessing and the daughter, though not considered a curse, was not generally welcome. When her mother was expecting Santosh, a traveling holy man, giving her his blessing, assumed that she wanted a son, but to everyone's surprise, the unborn child's grandmother, who was standing close by, told him that they did not want a son. The holy man was surprised. Nevertheless, he gave the requested blessing, and as destiny would have it, the blessing seemed to work. Santosh was born the sixth child in family with 5 sons, a sister to 5 brothers. She was born in the small village of Joniawaz of Rewari district in Haryana. So in this paragraph we are being introduced to Santosh Yadav's family, and it is being said that she is the first woman who climbed the Mount Everest twice. And it is being said that she took birth in the village Joniawaz, which is in Rewari district of Haryana. Now a story related to her birth, before her birth, is being given in this paragraph, that once a holy man, it means a saint who used to travel and who used to give blessing, a saint came to their door, and at that time her mother, Santosh's mother, was expecting a child, and then that saint, he said that perhaps you are expecting a son. But to his surprise, her grandmother said to saint that no, we are expecting a girl child, and they all were surprised to hear this. Why? Because generally we have a patriarchal society, a society where male is dominating and everyone expects a son only, a male child only, and the birth of male child is being welcomed, and the birth of girl child is not regarded as welcoming as the birth of boy child. Therefore, when her grandmother said to that saint that no, we are expecting a girl child, and please bless us that so that we may get a girl child this time. So as per the request of grandmother of Santosh Yadav, the saint blessed the lady, blessed her mother, as she has requested that she will give birth to a girl child. And it is being said that the blessing worked and Santosh Yadav took birth, and she was the 6th child of her family. She had 5 elder brothers. So she was born in a Joniawaz village, in the village of Joniawaz, in the village named Joniawaz in the Rewari district of Haryana, and she was the 6th children of her parents. She had 5 elder brothers. The girl was given the name Santosh, which means contentment. But Santosh was not always content with her place in traditional way of life. She began living life on her own terms from the start. Where other girl wore traditional Indian dresses, Santosh preferred shorts. Looking back, she says now, from the very beginning, I was quite determined that if I choose a correct and rational path, the other around me had to change, not me. So it is being said in this paragraph that this girl, the name of this girl was Santosh. She was given the name Santosh, and which means contentment, which means satisfaction. But it is being said that this girl was totally contradictory, opposite to her name. It means she was a sort of misnomer. She was totally opposite to her name. She was never satisfied with her life, with the way and the tradition and the culture of the life, and most particularly the way in which a girl children was supposed to live and was being brought up in that tradition, in her village, in her society. So since beginning only, since her childhood only, she tried to do something different, and she never dressed up like that of those other girls of her village in the traditional manner. She always dressed her in a different manner, like a boy. It means she did something which was opposite to her tradition. She was of free will, and she was determined to change everything. And she says that she was determined to change the thing around her. And she says that she was determined that if she is right and she has taken a right path, then the people whosoever is around her will have to change, not she is going to change. So in short, we may say that she was a sort of rebel in the form that in a positive direction she rebelled against the tradition, against the custom which has limited the girl child, and she went totally opposite to that, and she chose her path by her own. Santosh's parents were affluent land owners who could afford to send their children to the best school, even to the country's capital, New Delhi, which was quite close by. But in the line with the prevailing custom in the family, Santosh had to make do with local village school. So she decided to fight the system in her own quiet way when the right moment arrived. And the right moment came when she turned 16. At 16, most of the girls in her village used to get married. Santosh was also under pressure from her parents to do the same. Now it is being said that her family was quite affluent. They were land owners. They were rich family. She belongs to a rich family, and her village is nearby Delhi, New Delhi. So it is quite near to New Delhi, and it is being said that her parents was affluent. They were rich. They could afford to send their children to the best school of even New Delhi. So now there was a custom that they have to attend the school, the local school, the school which was located in their village. So she did not fought at that moment. She attended that school, and when she turned 16, at that time she rebelled against the tradition and custom which was prevailing in her village. That is, at the age of 16, generally the girl of her village was supposed to get married. So at this moment, she rebelled, as she was under pressure from her parents to get married. So she went against it, and let's see how she fought against it. A marriage as early as that was the last thing on her mind. She threatened her parents that she would never marry if she did not get a proper education. She left home and got herself enrolled in a school in Delhi. When her parents refused to pay for her education, she politely informed them of her plan to earn money by working part-time to pay her school fees. Her parents then agreed to pay for her education. So it is being said that she was determined that she will continue her study instead of getting married at the age of 16, and therefore what she did, she enrolled herself in a school of Delhi. And when her parents refused to pay her education fee, then she said politely to them that no matter whether you are going to pay the fee or not, I will study and I will earn my school fee by working as a by doing part-time job. So when she said so, that she will manage her school fee by her own, by doing extra work, by doing part-time work, at that point her parents agreed that okay, they will be paying her school fee. Wishing always to study a bit more, and with her father slowly getting used to her urge for more education, Santosh passed the high school examination and went to Jaipur. She joined Maharani College and got a room in Kasturba Hostel. Santosh remembered Kasturba Hostel faced the Aravali Hills. I used to watch villagers from my room going up the hill and suddenly vanishing after a while. One day I decided to check it out myself. I found nobody except a few mountaineers. I asked if I could join them. To my pleasant surprise, they answered in the affirmative and motivated me to take to climbing. So now it is being said that after completing her school at Delhi, she now again requested her parents that they may allow her to continue her higher studies, and even now their parents were used to it. They knew it that definitely she will request for continuing her study, and therefore they allowed her, and now she took admission in Jaipur in Maharani College, and there she stayed in the hostel, and the name of the hostel is Kasturba Hostel. Now it is being said that in that hostel her room was opposite to Aravali Hills. So opposite to her room there was Aravali Hills, and she says that from her room she could see some of the villagers going up to the mountain, and after a few time they used to vanish. It means they used to disappear. They were no more visible. So it gave her a curiosity that she should go there and she should check that where they used to go on that mountain, that where they used to disappear. So one day she went there and she found that they were not villagers, but they were few mountaineers, the person who climbed on mountains. So she asked them that whether she could join them or not. When she asked it, those people, those mountaineers, they replied in a positive manner. They said that definitely she can join them, and they motivated her to take that climbing as a profession, or to take up climbing. Then there was no looking back for this determined young girl. She saved money and enrolled in a course at Uttarakhand Nehru Institute of Mountaineering. My college semester in Jaipur was to end in April, but it ended on 19th of May, and I was supposed to be in Uttarakhand on 21st. So I did not go back home. Instead, I headed straight for the training. I had to write a letter of apology to my father, without whose permission I have got myself enrolled at Uttarakhand. So again, her rebellious nature is being revealed in this paragraph. It is being said that once she was motivated by those mountaineers, she was motivated, and now she has made up her mind that she will scale the mountain. And therefore what she did, she enrolled herself, she got herself admitted in the Uttarakhand Nehru Institute of Mountaineering. So after her semester exam, she was supposed to join that mountaineering school that for her training, and she was supposed to be there by 21st of May, and she had thought that her college, her semester will end in April, and thereafter, once her semester is over, after that she will go to her hometown, her home, to her village, and from there she will go to that mountaineering school for training. But it does not happen like that. Her semester was delayed and it ended on 19th of May, and she had to join that Uttarakasi mountaineering school on 21st. So she did not go to her hometown, to her village. She directly from Jaipur she went to attain Uttarakasi Nehru Institute of Mountaineering, and that too she had enrolled herself without taking any permission from her father, and therefore she wrote a letter to her father saying him sorry, as she had enrolled herself, she has admitted herself without informing him, and she was supposed to go to her home after her semester, but she was not going there. She was going to attain the training at Uttarakasi Nehru Institute. Therefore she wrote a letter saying him sorry for that. Thereafter, Santosh went on an expedition every year. Her climbing skill matured rapidly. Also, she developed a remarkable resistance to cold and altitude. Equipped with an iron will, physical endurance, and amazing mental toughness, she proved herself repeatedly. The culmination of her hard work and sincerity came in 1992, just 4 years after she had shyly asked the Aravalli Hill mountaineers if she could join them. At barely 20 years of age, Santosh Yadav scaled Mount Everest, becoming the youngest woman in the world to achieve the feat. If her climbing skill, physical fitness, and mental strength impressed her seniors, her concern for others and desire to work together with them found her a special place in the heart of fellow climbers. So it is being said that within 4 years of time only, she was totally skilled, she was fully trained, and all this was possible only because of her iron will, physical endurance, and amazing mental toughness. So she was determined that she had to climb, and therefore for that she has trained herself, and due to her hard work and her sincerity and her iron will, in 1992, only after 4 years, she was able to attain the feat which no other woman had achieved earlier. So she became the first woman in the world to climb Mount Everest only at the age of 20. It was achieved in year 1992, and it is being said that she had honed the climbing skill. She has honed the climbing skill perfectly. She was very much skilled. Her physical fitness and mental strength used to impress her seniors. So she was fully skilled, she was hard-willed, she was mentally strong, and all these qualities impressed her seniors, and therefore she always found work in any group or other members of any group, always they were ready to work with her, they were ready to join her group, or even she were ready to join their group. During the 1992 Everest mission, Santosh Yadav provided a special care to a climber who lay dying at the South Pole. She was unfortunately unsuccessful in saving him. However, she managed to save another climber, Mohan Singh, who would have met with the same fate had she not shared her oxygen with him. So during her first expedition, that is in year 1992, she shared her oxygen with a climber who was lying dead at South Coloran, but unfortunately she was not able to save that climber. but she shared her oxygen with another climber whose name is Mohan Singh, and she was successful in saving the life of this climber whose name is Mohan Singh. She shared her oxygen with him. Within 12 months, Santosh found herself a member of an Indo-Nepalese women expedition that invited her to join them. She then scaled the Everest a second time, thus setting a record as the only woman to have scaled the Everest twice, and securing for herself and India a unique place in the annals of mountaineering. In recognition for her achievement, the Indian government bestowed upon her one of the nation's top honors, the Padma Shri. So, she climbed Mount Everest for the first time in 1992, and within 12 months, it means within a year, she became a member of Indo-Nepalese Women's Expedition Team, and after that, being a part of that team, she scaled the Mount Everest for the second time, and thus she set the record that she was the only woman who has scaled the Mount Everest for the second time, that is twice. And she secured the unique place in the history of mountaineering. No other woman has climbed the Mount Everest twice in their life. So thus she achieved the feat which no other woman had achieved before her. And on her achievement, the Indian government bestowed it means confer. She was conferred, she was given honor. The government honored her with the award of Padma Shri. Describing her feelings when she was literally on the top of the world, Santosh has said it took some time for the enormity of the moment to sink in. Then I unfurled the Indian tricolor and held it aloft on the roof of the world. The feeling is indescribable. The Indian flag was flying on the top of the world. It is truly a spiritual moment. I felt proud as an Indian. So she said that when she climbed the top of the world, when she was successfully able to scale the Mount Everest, she said that it took a great moment. It took a moment to realize that yes, she has achieved it. She was not able to believe, and it took her a moment, a few time to accept it that yes, she has achieved it, she has done it. And after that, she says that she unfurled, she hoisted the Indian tricolor, that is Indian flag, on the top of the world. She held the tricolor, the Indian flag, high up in the air on the top of the world, and she says that the feeling which she had at that moment, which came to her, the happiness which she enjoyed, that she can't describe, that is indescribable. She can't describe that feeling and emotion which she had at that moment. She says that it was truly a spiritual moment that can be sensed only, but can't be expressed. And she said that she felt as a proud Indian. I felt proud as an Indian, and she felt that she is proud to be an Indian, as she was the first who achieved that feat, that she was able to achieve the Mount Everest only at the age of 20, and that too she became the first woman to achieve that feat. Also a fervent environmentalist, Santosh collected and brought down 500 kilograms of garbage from the Himalayas. And she is not only a mountaineer, she is also a sincere environmentalist who care for environment. So from there, while scaling down from the Mount Everest, she collected 500 kilograms of garbages and she brought it down from the Himalayas. So this is all about Santosh Yadav. So we saw that in this chapter Santosh Yadav, she was a rebel since her childhood only, and she went against the tradition, against the culture, and with her hard will and strong determination, she was able to achieve the feat which no other has achieved yet. And with her continuous effort, she achieved it. So, this is how even we can achieve anything in our life with a strong will and a firm determination. Thank you.